Darkestdays.info. Go there before this life-saving information becomes unavailable to the large public. Go to darkestdays.info now.
The month of February is all about Valentine's Day. Big heart-shaped boxes filled with delicious candy. What if we, the Patriots, hijacked Valentine's Day and instead made it about human liberty and individual empowerment? I'm all about human potential. I'm all about the individual being empowered. The establishment is the opposite. That's why they spike our water with fluoride and GMO, estrogen mimickers, and the rest of the garbage. InfoWars is striking back in the month of February with Human Empowerment Month. How we can come together and win the human race. And to celebrate the kickoff of Human Empowerment Month, we're slashing prices on InfoWarsLife.com products like Super Male and Super Female Vitality. The sale is only running for the month, 20% off, and there's a lot of other powerful specials at InfoWarsLife.com. InfoWarsLife.com, celebrating human potential in the month of February. Visit InfoWarsLife.com to find this special and many others in the month of February. Again, InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139. Used since before the days of the Roman Empire to support the body's natural systems and enhance overall health. Introducing the new InfoWarsLife.com oil of oregano formulation, a highly advanced nutraceutical form of this key herb that has been traditionally used by civilizations for thousands of years to promote health. We have now procured the most high quality and potent forms of oregano oil on the market, sourced from top leading manufacturers to ensure a concentrated level of bioactive ingredients. Extracted directly from the wild herb and sealed in easy-to-use capsules, you will no longer need to endure the burning of liquid oregano on the tongue. Wild crafted from the Mediterranean oregano species that experts agree is one of the most powerful and most challenging to acquire. This winter season, it's more important than ever to secure this true form of oil of oregano. Now available in our limited first run at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.
You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
That's right. Drop the hammer.
We are on the march. The Empire is on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
That's right. There's always agents of tyranny, agents of corruption in the world. There's always agents of good. But agents of tyranny try to distract and divert the public. They try to teach you that you have no power. The truth is you do have incredible power. You couldn't find non-GMO 10, 15 years ago in stores. Now it's everywhere. You couldn't find anybody that knew the Federal Reserve was private, run for profit, and foreign. Now in major polls, most people know that. And they're set to try to audit it soon in the Senate. We're inches away from passing it. We're making progress. That's why they want to start new wars. That's why they want to start a civil war. That's why they've got the talk about the Oscars being racism. This is their tool of control. Anthony Gucciardi's my guest. I want to go to your calls, but Anthony's going to be back on with me tomorrow and a bunch of guests on the weekday show covering nature's best remedies. The world of health and healing all around you. National Geographic. People have gone to jail for saying what's in this. But why are they allowed to? Because they know there's a market out there. You have to, and then they sell the products at the back. But separately, there's a new National Geographic coming out saying vaccines are not linked to autism and that GMO isn't linked to problems. So the dinosaur media is kind of talking out of both sides of its mouth. We'll break it down tomorrow. Right now, let's go to Elijah in Indiana. You disagree, we're told. Thank you for calling.
Yes, hi, Alex. Thanks for taking my call. And I've seen your show a lot regularly over the last year. I would say you're doing a great job.
Thank you, brother.
You're one of the reasons why they're going to lose. And my disagreement isn't a big one. It's almost, I'm sort of playing devil's advocate. You said what's going on in the Middle East right now is 100% all controlled by, the globalists, the guys really pulling the strings.
Well, no, starting it and shepherding it and protecting it, but they were manipulating forces that were already there. It's like causing a cattle stampede or something. You're not the cattle, you don't run them, but you fired the flare gun into them to make them start running.
Right, I would agree, but I think, you know better than one. These globalists, they're control freaks. They need to control every aspect that they oversee. And I feel that they see You know, the jihadists, they see these radical groups as almost a wild card, not so much a threat, but just the fact that
I agree. They want to bomb some of them and get them back in line. Absolutely. It's like a cattle prod to keep the cattle, going the direction you want. It's like a sheepdog herding the sheep.
Sorry. You can pin them as the common enemy and rally the troops, get the troops back on the side of the machine of the government to get them to attack them. And then over here back in America, you can push everyone who disagrees with the left and CNN and whatnot, you can call them xenophobic, Islamophobic, or racist. You can continue the racial and political...
Exactly. You can see the dialectic while the globalists are behind it. Excellent point. Anything else?
No, not at all, but thank you for letting me talk on your show. I appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. Anthony, comments on what he just said?
No, I think that's great. That's the kind of discussion we need, not someone calling in and just bashing you, but actually saying, hey, I disagree with this point, and you actually, sounds like you agree perfectly with them.
Well, sure. I mean, it's stuff's so complex. It's hard to put these ideas out exactly correctly because it's so complex.
And that's the thing, too, that if you're willing to actually explain the ideas, you're putting yourself out to be attacked because there's so much minutia and minute detail.
Exactly. The media has dumbed the debate down to just Coke, Pepsi, Ford, Chevy. We're here to get people outside the box. Not to think like we do, just to think outside the box.
That's why they don't actually argue with your segments. They take snippets of a 30-second discussion that you have and then attack that. Or images.
Or they'll just make something up. That's
it.
Look at this. We've been saying this forever. Fresh nuclear leak detected at Fukushima. Talk about why people should get X2.
Yeah.
Protect their thyroids. I mean, that's why I got into thyroid research, all the thyroid problems in this country.
And that's kind of an example, if I may mention something as well. I mean, Fukushima, it's not something that's in your face. You don't see green clouds of radiation coming to your house, but every single day it's coming to the West Coast. All the scientists and experts say it's going to happen for...
The FDA and EPA had to raise the level of what they said was safe because of it.
And they shut the counters off in Fukushima and on the West Coast. I mean, it's still happening every day. The radiation's still hitting us. We're still going to...
It's still melting down.
Yeah, I mean, we're still going to get sick from it. People are dying of cancer near Fukushima, 6,000% increase in cancer rates, but we don't see that every day, so no one cares. They will care if another explosion happens.
If 5 people get shot at a mall, they'll say suspend the Bill of Rights and Constitution.
Oh, exactly. But they don't care about the actual radiation because you can't see it. And that's a whole other issue, too. That if you can't actually see something and you dare to call it out and speak about it, then you're crazy.
Meanwhile, the top Russian general came out 4 days ago and said we're at war with the U.S., but that doesn't matter.
No, that's fine as well.
I mean, it's just bizarro land. George in Ontario, Canada, you're on the air. Thanks for calling.
Hi, Alex. Thanks for taking my call. I got a two-part question I'd like to throw at you just to get your comments.
I'll do my best.
I've heard you say quite a few times that the U.S. military is awake. I'm just wondering what side they're actually on, because I'm kind of curious, why are they taking orders from Obama if they can see the writing on the wall for the country and the Constitution? I'm just curious why you think maybe they're... Is it because the brass at the top are paid off and they're just going along like sheep, or is there another reason why?
I think you answered your own question. They're just like anybody else. They're compartmentalized. They're individuals. They know our government's not run by our government. It's run by foreign interests. They know our government's destabilizing countries, starting wars, siding with radical Islamists to attack Russia in Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Chechnya, and other areas. They now know. And if you ask what they believe, they're on the American people's side. They're on the Constitution side. They're on the Bill of Rights side. They are the most group, the most awake group out there. The problem is the brass is all under heavy surveillance. There's a huge culling and a purge going on of brass that don't play ball. And that's been in the news. So I'm just saying the good news is the military was given their orders to prepare for national gun confiscation and civil war about 4 years ago. And since then, it's come out in the news. And that totally woke them up and backfired. So, Anthony, your take on that?
Just remember when every single major nuke commander was fired over a period of several months, just last year, because they wouldn't play ball on all of the secret nuke transfers that were going on, all the top generals being fired, the general that made a YouTube video about it. I mean, there's total insanity. I think there's infighting at every level in the brass.
It appears, as best we know, they are decommissioning our backup arsenals. They are selling us out right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, folks, the borders are wide open. I mean, the country's gone right now. It's like we've just been stabbed. We're bleeding to death. And I'm like, let's get a tourniquet on here. Let's fix the arteries that are cut. They're like, shut up, conspiracy theorist. I mean, this is epic what's going on.
There could be a whole show about every single thing we just talked about. There could be 24 hours of every single thing.
Yeah, why'd they fire every nuke commander?
Yeah.
Everyone.
And it just came out over and over again. And then I remember the Associated Press was like, oh, it was actually secret, but we got a tip about it, and then they had to admit it.
And there were standoffs at Dias with the security force that was police aiming guns and like, where are these nukes going?
Regular trucks picking up nuclear weapons.
And they're like, there's no documents, and then the base commander comes out. I mean, you know, we're living in Twilight Zone here, folks.
Yeah, and I think that really answers the question that there's two sides to it. I think there is a side that obviously is on freedom, and that's the majority of individuals, and then there is a small shadowy group that wants to crush those individuals and is with Obama, no question. That's how they're operating these, you know, strange strategies.
There's an internal battle, folks. I appreciate your call. Hope that answers your question, George. And does it answer it?
Yeah, I just have one other quick comment. I started seeing lately on social media people saying stuff like it's time to send the Marines to Washington and that sort of thing. You ever expect that maybe the troops would get so mad at the government that it would maybe...
Sure. But historically, that usually goes bad. We just need to restore the republic, get back to common sense, balance our budget, not destabilize the country. The foreign banks want to wreck the country. Our country's so wealthy, so powerful, still has goodwill. If we say we're sorry, that we've pulled up and start going the right direction, the world will have a huge sigh of relief. We have a bunch of foreign banks using us as their bully to dominate the world, making corrupt countries like Russia and China look like good guys. They're not good guys either. It's that we're run by just absolute crazy scum that has a score to settle with everybody. The elite want to break this country. They hate the American people. They hate the Russians because they're sovereign. They think they hate Syria because they're sovereign. Think how much they hate us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, George. Mayoff in New York. Got to move quick. Go ahead.
Yes, Alice, it's actually Mayat. It's M-A-A-T.
It's okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yes, on ISIL and ISIS, there are obvious aspects that this was created by the Mossad and CIA and those type forces. They don't attack any Israeli targets. They weren't hit when they left Syria into Jordan. They have new equipment with keys and manuals attached and Toyota trucks that aren't imported.
That are from the U.S. Ma'am, listen, Wesley Clark just came out and said that our allies, quote, funded them. Well, it's on record. We funded them, too. Everybody's involved. You're absolutely right.
Can you hold me over into overdrive?
Well, ma'am, we can't do overdrive on Sunday. Call me back tomorrow. In fact, I'm out of time. Anthony, final word.
We're taking down Monsanto. We're taking down McDonald's. We can ultimately change the system. It sounds like every caller and everyone wants that. They want to change the system.
Sure. And we say America, NATO, Israel, Turkey are behind ISIS. No, they're not. Criminal elements are allowing these groups to do this. Most people in Israel and Turkey don't like funding ISIS. Okay? So that's the issue. God bless you all. Great job, crew. Back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central, Lord willing, with the weekday broadcast.
The average person's life is filled with unexpected challenges. Unlock the energy it takes to defeat these daily beasts with Super Male or Super Female Vitality, specifically designed to assist the body in regulating proper hormone balance to create superior vitality in males and females. Supercharge and conquer your world at InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put two and two together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds, is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled I-N-F-I-D-E-L, bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
For all of recorded history, civilizations around the world praised the health benefits of silver. At InfoWars Life, our mission is to bring you the highest quality, purest, cleanest, effective colloidal silver on the market today for the lowest price available. You don't have to be a doctor to know. The fall and winter months are the most dangerous time of year in North America when it comes to you and your family's health. InfoWarsLife.com is very excited to announce our biggest run yet of Silver Bullet Colloidal Silver, exclusively available at InfoWarsLife.com. Now, InfoWarsLife.com has taken colloidal silver to the next level using a cutting-edge technique that is free of toxic artificial additives. Now more than ever, it's important to stock up on high-quality Silver Bullet from InfoWarsLife.com. No survival chest is complete without Silver Bullet. Secure your Silver Bullet today at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. Silver Bullet.